Hello, hello. Not financial advice, just for entertainment. This is Thursday the 7th, in the evening. This is Marvel Technology, and I was at the gym and got the itch to trade it for the earnings play. This is why I don't hold through earnings. It just doesn't make any sense. There's just too much risk. It's just kind of a guess. And this is a reminder why I just don't do it. I had bought the 93, 94 debit put spread. I had actually made a few dollars going into the close because I bought it for $22. And I was like, yay, it's going to work out. Fantastic. It's going to be effing fun. I'm going to be rich uh, because Option Slab was showing a 12% implied move on the weekly. 12% on $80 is about $9.60, about 10 bucks. Marvel, here's what Marvel did for earnings. It took a giant, but at 1 o'clock it's at $85. 10%, $10.95. So even though my play was a bit out there, but for 20 bucks, I was looking at a close to a 5-to-1 payoff. I was like, oh yeah, it's great, smart. Uh, it's not the case, and this is just why people. Personally, I shouldn't play earnings because the smart way to play earnings is to get in on something way in advance, like back in February, you know, and just let it ride up for weeks in advance. This is the smart way to play earnings, is to look ahead on these earnings releases, get in there when it's cheap. As the stock price rises, excuse me, as the stock price rises and as implied volatility goes up, your option's worth money. Sell before earnings. I'm like a broken record, but it just time in, time out. This seems consistently the smart move to make. Do not hold crap into earnings. If you think you're right, convert them into shares. If you invested early, you could sell off a bunch of it, keep one or two for shits and giggles. If you had several contracts, do a debit spread like I did, right? At least I didn't buy just a straight contract. All right, I'm gonna lose $22. It's fine. I've made some money last few weeks. I mean, well, anybody with a heartbeat could have made money these last few weeks. The market's just been crazy, but I'm very conservative. But I'm losing $22 for the spread that I bought. Whoever bought this call straight, just went long at 93, is going to lose 250, 300, well, $274 here, right? Anybody who had bought a call, let's just do this for fun. Hold on a second. Let's take a look. If somebody had gotten the itch to play Marvel back on February 21st, about 2 weeks ago, right? About 2 weeks ago, bought it for $50, an 80 call, and it just ran up like this. When the market was closing today, it was almost up to $8. This is more than a 10 bagger. And all you had to do is not be greedy and just sell it before the close. That was it. You would have made a buttload of money, right? If you would have put 10, you would have bought 10 contracts for $500. It would have been 8 grand. You could have easily sold, let's say, half of them, right? 5 contracts for $800 for 4 grand. You could have kept five just for shits and giggles, right? 500 to 4 grand is still 8 times payoff plus another 5 contracts to see what happens. You know what I mean? You could have made so much money, but I know there's plenty of jackasses that just held it all the way through. Or if you actually had the 80 for March 8th and you bought them for 50 cents each, like 50 bucks, you could have sold maybe an 85 on top of it, right? For $545 each. So you could have taken out, that's still almost 11 times your investment. And and you would still have the potential to make this extra $500 between the 80 and the 85 expiring tomorrow, right? Because today's the 7th, or tomorrow's the 8th. Anyway, this is just, I mean, it was only $22. I'm being a bit more dramatic than I need to be, but it's just a reminder of, gosh, I'm such a dumbass. Like, stop. Don't play earnings. And I generally don't. If you look at my other trades, I get out before earnings. Or or if I'm going to play them, it's like kind of a small play like today's where, okay, if it really did pay off, it would have paid off like 5 to 1, and I was only willing to risk around $20 because I'd made some money in some other trades this week. But anyway, that's all. Don't hold stuff into earnings. Just for entertainment, not financial advice. Be smart.